Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the most explosive moments in daytime television history. Picture this, it's a typical Thursday afternoon on ITV's Loose Women, the studio buzzing with energy, the audience cheering as the iconic theme music fades out. Hosting today is the fiery and unapologetic Denise Welch, flanked by her fellow panelists let's say Colleen Nolan with her no-nonsense vibe, Ruth Langsford bringing that polished charm, and newcomer Charlene White adding fresh perspective. The crowd is electric, expecting the usual mix of gossip, laughs, and bold opinions. But today, they've scored a massive coup. None other than Hollywood legend Sean Penn, the man whose Yorkshire accent and on-screen deaths have captivated millions, is striding onto the set. At 66, Sean looks every bit the rugged star, sharp suit hugging his frame, that signature grin flashing under the lights as he waves to the adoring fans. "Welcome, Sean." The king of dying dramatically, Denise booms, her Geordie twang cutting through the applause like a knife. The panel erupts in laughter, and Sean chuckles, settling into the hot seat with a pint of water. Mind you, not beer, though the jokes about his pub-loving characters fly immediately. "Sean, tell us, how do you keep getting killed off? Is it a curse?" Ruth teases, and the audience roars. Sean leans back, relaxed, recounting tales from Game of Thrones to The Lord of the Rings, his deep voice drawing everyone in. Denise nods enthusiastically at first, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "You're a national treasure, love. But let's get real with those 5 marriages. Spill the tea." Colleen jumps in, and Sean laughs it off good-naturedly, sharing light-hearted anecdotes about love and life. The vibe is perfect, the chemistry sizzling, viewers at home tweeting their excitement. Little do they know, this harmonious start is the calm before a storm that will rock the Loose Women studios to its core. As the segment progresses, Denise shifts gears, her expression turning serious. "Sean, darling, we've got to talk about something important. Feminism in Hollywood, a women like me fighting for roles while blokes like you get all the action." Sean nods politely, but you can see a flicker in his eyes. The audience quiets, sensing the pivot. Denise launches into her passionate rant, slamming toxic masculinity and how actors like Sean represent the old guard holding women back. Sean tries to interject politely, "Hang on, Denise, I've always supported my co-stars ... but she's on a roll." Her voice rising, hands gesturing wildly. The panelists exchange glances. Ruth tries to mediate. "Ladies, let's hear Sean out." But Denise barrels on, accusing Hollywood of being a boys' club with Sean as Exhibit A. The audience murmurs, some cheering Denise's fire, others shifting uncomfortably. Sean's face hardens, his jaw clenching at that famous Ben stoicism cracking just a bit. "Denise, with respect, that's not fair," he says firmly, but she cuts him off. "Oh, come on, Sean, 5 wives? That's not support, that's serial monogamy." Gasps ripple through the studio. Colleen winces, Charlene's eyes widen. Boom. The studio erupts as Sean's rebuttal lands like a thunderclap. Denise's face flushes crimson, her eyes narrowing into slits of pure indignation. "Ally, ally," she bellows, slamming her palm on the desk so hard the microphones rattle. "You've played more dead husbands than I have hot dinners, Sean. How many women have you left broken-hearted on screen and off?" The audience is split, a half cheering Denise's unfiltered truth-bombing, the other half booing. Phones out capturing every second for social media immortality. Ruth leaps in. "Denise, that's personal, Sean. Ignore her, she's passionate." But Colleen, never one to shy from drama, fans the flames. "He's got a point, Denise. Not all men are the enemy." Sean, ever the gentleman at first, tries diplomacy. "Look, I've raised daughters, supported equality on set, so don't paint me with that brush." But Denise is afraid train off the rails. "Daughters? Convenient. Bet they love daddy's equality while he marries women half his age." "Oh, off if that's a low blow," referencing Sean's real-life relationships. The crowd gasps collectively, even the crew backstage freezes, producers whispering frantically into headsets. Sean's composure cracks wide open. He stands halfway up, pointing at Denise. "That's paying out of order. I've never disrespected a woman in my life." Denise shoots back. "Sit down, Sean. This is Loose Women, not your bloody pub brawl." The panel descends into chaos of voices overlapping, Ruth yelling time out, Charlene pleading for calm. Viewers at home are glued, Twitter exploding with #loose women meltdown trending in minutes. Denise just eviscerated Sean Bean. One tweet screams, Team Cena walk off. Another fires back. Back in studio, Denise doubles down, launching into a tirade about male privilege and how Sean's career owes everything to patriarchal scripts. Sean fires back, I've bled for every role, Leah, literally. You sit here chatting, I risk my neck. The audience roars, some standing in ovation for Sean. Denise, sensing mutiny, pivots viciously. Risk? Try being a woman in this industry. Love. Auditioning at 16. Fighting creeps like Kia. She stops, but the implication hangs. Like you? Sean's had enough. He removes his mic, tossing it on the desk with a clatter. I'm done with this circus. The panel shrieks. Colleen grabs his arm. Ruth blocks the exit, but Denise stands, towering. Good riddance. We don't need your toxic energy here. The crowd is on its feet, a mix of cheers and jeers deafening. Producers signal frantically a commercial break in 30 seconds. Sean pushes past, storming toward the doors, but Denise isn't finished. As he reaches the threshold, she yells after him, and stay out. You're banned from Loose Women. The doors slam shut behind him, the studio plunging into stunned silence broken only by wild applause from Denise's loyalists. Fade to break, but the war is far from over. Cut back from the break, and the studio is a powder keg. Denise, fuming but triumphant, addresses the camera. Ladies, we don't tolerate mansplaining here. The audience swoops, but tension lingers. Empty guest chair mocking the meltdown. Ruth, ever the pro, steers to damage control. Sean, if you're watching, come back, we love you. But Denise scoffs. Love? After that entitlement? No chance. Phones buzz off the ITV switchboards melt with calls, half demanding Sean's return, half hailing Denise as heroine. Social media, nuclear. #Team Denise versus #Justice for Cena memes flood in. Sean's face photoshopped dying dramatically mid-argument. Denise as a warrior queen. She kicked Game of Thrones Ned Stark off live TV. One viral post quips. Backstage, chaos reigns. Producers huddle with lawyers. Sean's team issues a statement as shocked and disappointed. Denise, sipping water to cool her jets, whispers to Colleen, he started it with that smug grin, but deep down, is there regret? She's built a career on candor. As the show rolls on, they pivot to viewer calls. First up, Denise, you go girl, men like him need calling out. Cheers. Next, Sean Bean is a legend, apologize. Boos. The panel fractures. Charlene signs neutral. Colleen backs Denise but softens. Bit harsh on the marriages. Pet. Denise explodes anew. Harsh. Truth hurts. 5 weddings? That's not love, that's a hobby. Laughter mixes with outrage. Ruth shares a Sean story. He was charming pre-show, brought Yorkshire tea. But Denise shuts it down. Charm's a mask for privilege. The debate rages, exposing Loose Women's core. Unfiltered feminism clashing with celebrity worship. Viewers love ratings skyrocket 40%, trending worldwide. Pundits weigh in. Piers Morgan tweets, Denise Welch greater than all politicians. Sean's fans rally. Petition for his return hits 50,000 signatures. Hours later, Sean posts on Insta, passionate debate. Respect Denise, but won't be back soon. Cheers. Cryptic fire emoji. Denise retorts on X. Door is closed. Sean, focus on wife number 6. Thy burns everywhere. By evening, tabloids scream, been stalked OFF by Welch fury. Clips rack billions of views. This isn't just a ROA, it's a cultural earthquake, reigniting talks on gender wars, celeb accountability, daytime TV's edge. Denise emerges queen of controversy. Sean the dignified martyr. But whispers swirl. Was it scripted? Ratings stunt? Insiders deny, but who knows? One thing's sure, Loose Women just cemented its legend status. Fast forward to the next day, Britain wakes to Welch war headlines. Breakfast shows dissect every frame. GMB as Sean's rep, humiliated Liv, Lorraine Kelly. Denise's passion boils over. Denise hits BBC Breakfast, owning it. I do it again, men must hear truth. Sean, filming in Manchester, dodges Paps but leaks. Hurt, But life's too short, fans polarize a pub's debate over pints, Sean's a good lad. Versus, Denise speaks for us, petitions clash, read book Sean, 100k, versus, fire Denise, 20k, ITV bosses sweat ad rates soar, but sponsor qualms, nah, drama sells, panel meets emergency, Ruth advocates peace, Colleen laughs best telly ever, Charlene frets diversity, Denise unrepentant, he mansplained my own show, backlash hits, Yorkshire MPs slam attack on local hero, feminists rally iconic takedown, celeb reactions pour, Sharon Stone tweets support for Sean, Jodie Comer hails Denise, late night comedy Golden Mock the Week sketches it, James Corden roasts both, YouTube reactors hit millions, reacting to Denise destroying Sean Bean, clips spawn TikToks, dances to her rant audio, economically, merch boom so kicked by Denise teeth sell out, Sean's next film buzz see The Man Who Survived Welch, Denise's book sales spike 300%, social ripple, #MeToo 2.0, or cancel culture overreach, forums buzz theory old feud, Sean guested 2010, mild flirt joke, nah, pure spontaneity, week 2, ITV teases exclusive, Sean returns, ratings bait, Denise preps rebuttal, but softens live, respect his talent and no hard feelings, too late, Sean declines, other gigs, legacy, loose women unbreakably 25 years of Rose, but dish tops, Denise cements queen of clash, Sean unkillable king, lessons, TV thrives on truth bombs, diving deeper into the psychology, why did it erupt, Denise, 67, battle-hardened from Coronation Street soaps to mental health advocacy, embodies raw emotion, her bipolar journey fuels fearlessness I say what others won't, Sean's psyche, Sheffield Steel working-class grit, 66 years surviving deaths, divorces, reserved, he snaps at injustice, trigger, Denise's marriage jab hit cores, his 2024 fifth wedding to 40-year Louisa, tabloid fodder, not fair fight. He later admits podcast, panel dynamics, loose women thrives on conflict to 23 years, zero off-air feuds, per Denise, but guests, fair game, production, no scripts, pure improv genius or grenade? That day, briefed fun chat, but Denise ad-libs feminism segment, boom. Audience roll, 200 live fans amplify cheers egg her, boos rile him, tech angle, hot mix caught every whisper get him, girl. From crew, postmortems, editors splice teaser for YouTube 300 M views, economic windfall, ITV £8.10 ad boost, cultural impact, sparks uni debate as a toxic masculinity real, polls, 55% sign Sean, 40% Denise, 5% both legends, Gen Z memes eternalize, ID fakes Ben vs Welch 2, celeb ripple, guest fees up 20%, will Denise behave? Clauses, Sean's career, box office gold and uncancelable, Denise's, sells out my side of the row, therapy speak, classic narcissism clash Denise's spotlight hunger versus Sean's authenticity, but mutual respect lurks, post-gala, private dinner you're tough, he toasts, you're tougher, she grins, hidden gem, shared agent whispered peace pre-show, but now drama pays, broader, reflects UK mood post-pandemic, pent-up rage vents, women empowered, men defensive, global, US clips on Fallon, British balls, lessons for hosts, vet guests, or let rip, loose women chooses lateral longevity king, fan fictions explode, Ben, Welch romance, shipping wars, verdict, finest unscripted TV since Ross, Geller,